Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
The dog meat ban in Nagaland had sparked a discussion spanning issues like the preservation of Naga culture and animal rights. In the state itself, several people, including rapper Mokokoza, said that the culture of their forefathers cannot be dictated by others.
See, I ain't what I eat. I don't want to beef with nobody. I don't take dog meat, but my grandfather did. Then his grandfather did. It's a tradition that we follow. It's a food habit. You can't judge us cause we eat different. Why only ban dog meat? What about pork and beef? Ain't that a bitch? See, the irony in this picture is you're too comfortable with your own plate. It's like a buffet. You just don't know how to serve it.
The Nagaland government on 3rd July ordered a ban on the commercial import and trading of dogs, as well as sale of dog meat, both cooked and uncooked. This move sparked a huge debate on social media, with one section celebrating the ban as an act of successful campaign by animal rights activists, spearheaded by BJP MP Maneka Gandhi, while on the other it received backlash for infringement on dietary practices and violating the culture of the Naga people. Let's explore the issue beyond the simple understanding of whether the ban should have happened or not.
There is a value of even the dog meat during those days. I mean, when it's not scientifically proved, but the strength, the dog meat give a strength to the human being. Now, during the wrestling, those days, they offer the dog meat when they're going for the wrestling. Now, even when the person is going, the relative or the friends will give, the goat, piglet, and who give dog meat is the one of the best. That's how that's the tradition. Every tribe you can see that for the especially Angami Chagasan, it's for the dog meat, isn't it? For the wrestling they give more. Now for the samas or for the lotus or the owl, why they consume? Because they also want, it might not be, they don't have the other sports like wrestling. We have, like the Tenime group. But within them also, they know that it's given a strength. And they'll go for this is how after the heavy work, they also eat the meat to regain the energy. This is how the tradition is following.
From being consumed for its supposed nutritional and medicinal value to being used to hunt other animals, the relationship between dogs and the Naga people is an age-old and multifaceted one. In fact, in 1921, British ethnographer J.H. Houghton had documented the varying significance of dogs among different tribes. While Angamis would eat it as a sign of prosperity, the Lothars believed that eating dogs, who they described as the most cunning of beasts, would help them win over evil spirit. Some of these beliefs continue on.
When you establish a new village, the villagers ask their awo. In Sema dialect it is awo. A person from Awami clan is to perform ritual. In other words, it may be called priest. So unless the priest perform the ritual, the villagers will not be secure. When they perform this ritual by killing dog and then perform the ritual, they feel that the devil god will not disturb them. So that is where this dog meat and then dog is very important to the Naga society, and it is unavoidable.
Nobody can stop your culture, your eating habit or your food. It's my right. Now today, when the government started banning the not to eat, not to sell, not to cook in the house, under what under what constitution, under what law? We are protected by the Article 371A. So under the Article 371A is protect the social and culture of the people.
I don't think there is any connection with Article 371. There's no need to take it to that level. A food item is a food item, and for many tribes, a dog is taken and consumed, and there's no issues about it. But then the issue here is the ban on import of dogs, and then the manner in which they were being transported, the manner in which they were being butchered. So we have to evolve ourselves. We have to live up to the times where we respect animals equally. So there's no need to bring in the issue of 371A and make it more and more complicated.
Despite the Chief Secretary's assurance, several groups have continued to see the ban as an attack on the culture and have also appealed for it to be revoked. For others like rapper Moko Koza, the entire controversy was also a reminder of something darker: the discrimination Nagas continue to face.
I was in Siliguri once, and me and my friends, we went out for shopping, and while coming back, we happened to pass a food restaurant. So the owner, it so happened that the owner of the food restaurant, they noticed us. So like basically he thought that we were from the northeast and like very specific Nagas. So like just like any other restaurant, like the calling out the passerby customers to come to the restaurant, like the owner called us like, we have beef, we have pork, we have dog meat. Like very sarcastically he tried to like stress on that dog meat. So like I heard it, but I just thought of like just mind my own business. I thought of like saying something back, but it's not my problem. So I just went my own way. We all have our own different culture. We follow different traditions. We have religions, dietaries, and everything. So I think it's best for us to respect each other's culture. As human first, we need to have that self-respect in us. That is how we respect each other. So I have my own culture, you have your own culture. So respect that, and we all come together as one, and that is how we live as a human.